stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence to not only remember our troops serving our country overseas, but all those lost to COVID-19 and their families. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please have a seat.
Notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The annual notice was published in the Home Tribune and the Star Ledger on December 20th, 2019. It was amended in the annual notice on June 5th, 2020, posted on the municipal bulletin board and should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Spiller.
Here.
Councilman Ficarra.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
Here.
Councilwoman Drum.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Councilman Anderson. Councilman Bauer.
Here.
Vice President Small.
Here.
And President De Jesus.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from November 24th, 2020?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Beginning with second reading ordinances this evening, we're going to start with letter A, which is an ordinance adopting amendment to the zoning map in accordance with the master plan amendment, block 590, lot 35. They get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open.
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter A only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public portion be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter B is an ordinance authorizing and directing that the Township of Woodbridge enter into a lease agreement with the Island Columbian Club. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter B only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any comments from council? Councilman Ficarra.
Mr. Mitch, Council President, I'd like to abstain from this ordinance. I'm a member of that club.
Thank you.
Any other comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter C, an ordinance amending Chapter 7 entitled Traffic and Parking. We will take letters C, D, and E together. They're with regards to handicap parking and residential permit parking. C, D, and E. With that said, can I get a motion that all ordinances, these three, be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letters C, D, and E. C, D, and E only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinances be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter F is an ordinance to vacate and extinguish the public right-of-way for a street known as Cutter's Dock Road in the Township of Woodbridge. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter F only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. There are no first reading ordinances. We will go right to resolutions on your agenda this evening. Are 1 through 24 listed. Number 18 has been pulled. Can I get a motion to approve those presented by consent?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. At this time, we will move to the public portion of our meeting. Remember, it's a one-time 5-minute. If you wish to speak, you can go to the microphone on the back. State your name and what part of the township you're from.
I'm Frank Jazikoff. I live in Woodbridge Township, New Jersey. I'm actually here unopposed to having a problem. One thing I want to ask is it okay for me to park anywhere on the street on Hunter Lane or parts of the main area in South Park Drive without any problems? Because I've been having somebody harassing me and constantly causing issues about me parking in front of their house and also having threats. So I just need to know if somebody can take care of that.
Business Administrator, is South Park Drive permit only?
So there,
No, it's not. It's actually a public street, but I park in the back because of the fact that in the front there's really not much parking in there. Besides, permit parking is inside the actual complex where I live. So I park in the back, and everybody's fighting about the actual situation about us parking. And I had somebody come out this summer, actually without a shirt, coming at me as a threat, telling me you can't park in front of this house.
Okay, if you don't mind waiting till the end of the meeting, then we'll get your information and we'll check
Okay,
into it.
cool. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
we
Jessup.
will send a traffic unit out there to take a look at it, get a better understanding of what it looks like.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other comments this evening from the public?
Good evening. My name is Jose Candelaria. I am a new resident to New Jersey. And I'm here because I'd like to ask a few questions regarding noise ordinance. The first one would be, what does the noise ordinance cover?
Can you be more specific, sir?
Okay, so what I'm experiencing right now where I live off 35, and I'm waking every single evening, well, I won't say every single evening, but most evenings, in the middle of the night rather, by loud pipes, either from a Harley Davidson motorcycle or these cars that are retrofitted with these loud pipes that sound like gunshot. It's becoming increasingly impossible to, get a good night's rest and go to work. I work in New York City.
Where do you live again? Off of 35 in Woodbridge or?
Yes, on Grove and Amber. I can tell you particularly that at 4:30, this guy's like the clock. I'm gonna give you an example. There's a Honda Accord with that loud pipe and also with this music that is earth-shattering. It is unbelievable. So I spoke to the Honorable John Mitch about this early on, and I discussed with him that in New York City, that's where I'm from. Remember back in the early 90s, Giuliani, he implemented some measures to curb and deter that sort of behavior, and that is that not only would they get summonses, but if there are repeat offenders, there will be other consequences like a suspension of a license, a suspension of a registration. This, in essence, would threaten their livelihood. So if you have to go to work and you have to drive, you would more than likely stop the behavior because these penalties will apply to you. If you repeat it the first time, the second time, the third time, and these consequences are applied to you, more than likely the offenders will stop.
We passed two ordinances. One for the cars with the loud mufflers, and then we passed another ordinance for the shops, the automotive shops in town to know that they cannot
Retrofit?
change or, any cars. As far as our noise ordinance,
So if I may, the gentleman and I, we met about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Correct.
And in fact, at his request, I even had a conversation with Councilwoman DRUMM because she too had been reporting about the same area that he was. And I know you were happy to hear, at least at that time, and Mr. CIMILLUCA, correct me if I'm wrong, our police had already issued hundreds of summonses within just a short period of time, I'm going to say a month at that point, I can tell you already that since that conversation, our last conversation was Monday, I think.
Correct.
And I think last weekend alone, the numbers were between 100 and 200 more. I mean, the numbers are staggering that the police are giving out. But I know you're looking to take it another step further, which is what Giuliani did. I think you didn't say that tonight. I think you told me he did that in New York City.
Right.
Right.
I mean, because the summons is essentially just a slap in the wrist. They'll pay it and life goes on. You know, it's not going to deter or curb the behavior. Now, if there's consequences, like, as I just said previously, as an example would be a suspension of a license, a suspension of a registration. This, in essence, threatens their livelihood. And they have to go to work every day. And, you know, their license is suspended, that, you know, it pretty much threatens their livelihood. I mean, these are measures that work. And I'm sorry to bring this
No, that's
New
okay.
York to New Jersey, but I love New York for a reason.
Council President, if I could.
Yes, Mrs. Administrator.
So if we can have this gentleman just step off to the side when he's done speaking, we'll get his exact address. He doesn't have to put it on the air. And we will have our officers target that area for his complaint. We've had them out there doing this, as Mr. Mitch has stated, and it's had a lot of progress as far as tickets are concerned and as far as enforcement is concerned. So we'll do that. Just give us the hours and the address, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Your
for
time
your
is
time,
up.
everyone.
And we appreciate you coming up and letting us know about the problem. Obviously, we've already addressed it with the summonses. We don't guarantee that we'll do what Giuliani has done in New York City, but we'll take things into consideration.
Council
Thank
President,
you.
we'll also sit down with our law department and review those.
Thank you.
My name is Mary Nasser. I live in Port Reading. So I really don't have much to say to any of you besides the fact I did want to bring up something that happened about a month ago at the last budget meeting, the budget hearing where it was approved. Councilwoman De Jesus, you removed me and Mr. Dabrowski from the meeting. Rightfully so, we did speak out of turn, but I want to speak on why you removed us. There was a man inside the meeting with the hat that said Black Guns Matter, whatever that means. That's not the point. The man, he was talking about what happened to Walter Wallace Jr. in Philadelphia the previous night and saying that that should be precedent to what police should be doing. I said, so you believe black people should be killed for no reason, and that's when you decided to remove me, which is rightfully so. He responded saying yes. Why
One
was he
thing,
allowed
I
to stay in
decided
the
to
meeting?
remove you because I give warnings before every meeting.
I understand.
And that's why I had them remove
I'm not
you.
saying that I shouldn't have been removed. I should have been. I did speak out of turn. You already had a few warnings. I'm saying, why when a man said, yes, black people should die for no reason, was he not removed?
I didn't, to be quite honest, I didn't hear what he said.
That was my only question, because
Okay.
it's pretty clear that you treated the members of Wild and Positive Change Woodbridge versus a lot differently than you treated the members
That is
that
your
were in
opinion,
support of
and
the
you're
police.
entitled to it, but I treat
understand.
everybody fairly. Again, I make warnings before anybody gets up to the mic, and I don't want the meeting disrupted. I don't want nobody speaking from their seats, and I will do what I said I was going to do.
Okay, I understand. It's just pretty
But
ridiculous.
it is your opinion. You feel as I treat everybody different, and I'm telling you I
It's not
don't.
an opinion. There were 4 members of Wild and Positive Change combined, and you kicked 2 of us out.
And again, because you guys spoke from your seats when you were warned not to speak from your seats, from no other reason than that.
Okay, fair enough, whatever.
Any other comments this evening from the public?
Good evening, James Dabrowski, Woodbridge proper. Last night, the United States Electoral College officially confirmed Joe Biden as the nation's next president, ratifying his November victory in an authoritative state-by-state repudiation of President Donald Trump's refusal to concede that he has lost. The presidential electors gave Biden a solid majority of 306 electoral votes to Trump's 232, the same margin that Trump bragged was a landslide when he won the White House 4 years ago, despite his losing the popular vote to Hillary Clinton by about 3 million ballots in that same 2016 election. In addition to winning the electoral vote and thus the presidency, the Democratic Biden also dominated the incumbent Republican Trump by more than 7 million popular votes, setting a new record for the most votes a candidate has won in U.S. history, with over 81.2 million Americans casting their ballot for Joe Biden. Nonetheless, in yet another frightening assault on our democracy, Trump loyalists are preparing to send an alternate slate of electors to Congress, senior White House advisor Stephen Miller said yesterday on Fox News. Miller, the white nationalist architect of Trump's evil and unforgivable zero-tolerance family separation policy, dismissed the fact that the Electoral College vote marked any kind of end to the process. The only date in the Constitution is January 20th, so we have more than enough time to right this wrong of this fraudulent election result and certify Donald Trump as the winner of the election, Miller stated on Fox and Friends. Miller alarmingly indicated that Trump supporters will act as alternates in a handful of states to submit their own unofficial results. Should the Trump campaign succeed in overturning the outcome in any of those states, Miller said, the alternate electors could then be recognized by Congress. Obviously, nothing in the Constitution or state electoral processes allows for such an alternate slate of electors. Miller also outrageously raised the idea of state legislatures stepping in to overturn the results or of Congress interceding. Trump and his team have been overwhelmingly unsuccessful in challenging the election results. They have had dozens of legal cases dismissed for lack of standing or evidence. Trump has for weeks spread false claims of widespread voter fraud that his attorneys have failed to back up in court, and he has undermined confidence in the election to the point that polls show a majority of Republicans do not believe Biden was legitimately elected. Trump even fired the Department of Homeland Security's chief of cybersecurity, Christopher Krebs, for informing the American public that this election was the most secure in U.S. history. And just last week, 126 House Republicans, including top leadership, signed onto a wild lawsuit the Texas Attorney General tried to bring to the U.S. Supreme Court to block all votes in 4 states Biden won and switch the electors to Trump, who also joined the suit. The complaint, which was full of lies and was called garbage and insanity even by conservative legal experts, was summarily rejected by the Supreme Court. Still, Miller's comments are a clear sign that Trump and his supporters will not suddenly reverse course and accept defeat, even though we the people have spoken and the Electoral College has made it official. With that being said, Council President De Jesus, we the residents of Woodbridge have a right to know, deserve to know, and need to know which of our elected officials accept the fact that Donald Trump has lost the election. At our October 20th council meeting, you refused to let us know which presidential candidate you were supporting and refused to ask the rest of the council who they were supporting. You're all Democrats in name and should have no problem saying who you're voting for in an election which profoundly impacts Woodbridge residents, and yet you still cowardly and insultingly chose not to. What we the people of Woodbridge are asking now is not a private matter, and there is no hiding this time. You have an expectation and an obligation as elected officials to accept the outcome of a democratic election. I can't believe we even have to ask such an absurd question, but unfortunately we do in this terrifyingly anti-democratic climate. Now, if you'll please ask each of your fellow council members the simple yes or no question as to whether or not they recognize Joe Biden as our president-elect.
Again, everybody can vote for who they want to. This is the United States of America, and everyone has a right to their vote and to their private vote, Mr.
That's not what I'm
Dabrowski.
asking.
Well, that's my answer to you. I will not be asking any of my councilmates who
Do
they
they
voted
recognize
for.
Joe Biden as the president-elect, yes or no?
Again, I'm not going to ask that question.
Why not?
Because it's none of your business.
It's none of our
believe,
business?
it's none of your business. It is none of your business.
But it's the people of
We
Woodbridge's
here, the
people of Woodbridge's
council in
business.
Woodbridge Township is a Democratic council, and that should be your answer.
Okay, no, that's not why. It's because you
Well,
know.
that should be your answer, but you
Here's
like
my-
to instigate.
I'll answer for
So,
you. It's because
go
you
ahead.
know. It's you know many of your
give
colleagues.
your
here-
opinion.
I want my time back for that.
You don't have any time back.
You know many of your colleagues here are Trump supporters and won't admit he lost, and you're too scared to out them as the frauds they are. Any real Democrat council members here with any shred of a conscience will answer this basic question. Children are watching, listening, and
They
learning.
are.
Someone up here, please,
They are.
model some morality and integrity for them. Please, as a parent, as a teacher, I'm begging you. If she won't do it, Greg, please, you've been a teacher. Somebody up here say, yes, I recognize Joe Biden as the president-elect. Somebody say Trump lost. Don't be scared
Your
of these
time
Trump
is up.
supporters.
Thank you so much.
Somebody, please.
Your time is up. Thank you.
Are there any other comments this evening
Shame
from
on
the
you.
public? Hearing other comments from the public, can I get a motion that the public participation portion be closed?
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it.
We will move to our agenda portions of the meeting. On my agenda, I have two quick announcements. First of all, on police community relations, I would like to thank our Woodbridge Police Department and all of the members of the PBA for the help they provided our community during the holidays. This year has been very difficult for many of our residents because of the pandemic, and members of our police department helped put together and deliver baskets during Thanksgiving. And they will also be delivering gifts to families with Santa for this Christmas. So we appreciate the work that they do, and we ask God bless them all. Item number 10, the Free Public Library of Woodbridge. The application and renewal for your Woodbridge library card has never been easier. Call the library at 732-634-4450 or visit the library website, woodbridgelibrary.org, and click on Ask a Librarian. Please look online for their full calendar of events and online registration. Today is my last meeting as council president. Once again, I would like to thank my fellow council members for entrusting me this year in leading them. I want to thank the mayor, the administration, for traveling with me during this challenging year. I appreciate all the directors getting answers to all of my inquiries, and I truly appreciate their professionalism and their timely manner in which they answered me. You and your staff all are what makes Woodbridge Township run, and we, along with our residents, are blessed to have you make sure that everything goes as smoothly as it does. Mr. Mitch, I want to thank you and your staff because you have been by my side, you have answered my questions, you have guided me, and I couldn't ask for anyone better, so I really do appreciate your work. Mr. Business Administrator CIMILLUCA, this is also your first year as Business Administrator and my year as Council President, so I want to thank you because, again, we wouldn't be doing the job that we do if you guys weren't behind us, so thank you so much. This year has proven to be a challenging year, not only on the national level, but locally. Residents brought areas of concern that without hesitation, the council, the mayor, and the administration listened to and addressed. Although we may have differences of opinion, there is always common ground, and I am confident that we will continue to work in addressing these issues and any that may arise. I know that I represent not only those that voted for me, but all of the residents in Woodbridge, and I will continue to work for everyone. I want to thank the overwhelming support and encouragement from residents that reach out to me. I thank you. To Council Vice President Small, thank you for your support, your encouragement, and working with me during this year. To my fellow council members, thank you for all your support and for your continued dedication to Woodbridge Township and its residents. To my family, the last month has been very challenging, but I thank them from the bottom of my heart. I thank them for their love, for their prayers, and for their support, which made this year a lot easier. To our first responders, our first aid squads, our firehouses, and our police department, and all of our residents that work in the healthcare sector, thank you for all you have done during this pandemic. May God bless you and continue to keep you safe. And to my husband, he has always stood behind me, always with an encouraging word, always with a pat in the back, and he's not afraid to tell me when I'm wrong, and he's not afraid to correct me, and I appreciate all of your advice, Angel. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you always having my back. I thank God that he has been with us through this challenging time. I thank God that you are here with us, and I love you, and we got this. We, as a family, what we are facing, we are doing it together. I want to thank everybody that reached out and everybody that has my family in their prayers. I truly, truly appreciate it. With that being said, Feliz Navidad y Prospero Año Nuevo. Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy Kwanzaa. Vice President Smith.
Thank you, Madam President. On my agenda, number 17, the light parade, I just want to say that I was so fortunate to be asked to do this light parade and have it on my agenda with Mr. Mitch. Mr. Mitch, he brainstormed this. He asked me to be a part of the team with him, and it was an honor and a privilege to do this parade. What we saw out on the street between the residents with their signs and running up to the trucks, sometimes a little too close. But they really appreciated what we did, you know, and it meant a lot because it has been a very trying year on a lot of different agendas. But again, I want to thank all the participants, the EMS, the fire, the police, our Public Works Department who put trucks in also, our judges, John Eberhardt, Dr. Glenn Lotman, and Sean Murphy. Thank you for coming out and judging these apparatuses, and it wasn't easy. To our winners, Fort Reading Fire and EMS, one came in first, Avenel Fire came in second, and Woodbridge PD came in third. I expect this parade to be bigger and better than ever next year. And like I said, it was just so much fun to do this. Where am I? So, to the residents of Port Reading, I am to blame for missing Turner Street in the light parade. We missed one street on a whole parade, and it was a street in the town that I reside in. So to the residents of Port Reading, it was my fault that we missed Turner Street on the route, so forgive me. I just want to echo our president's response to our first responders. It's been an incredible year. EMS, PD, fire, EMS and PD with the pandemic, especially EMS. It's been a trying year. I'm around these folks all the time, and I know how it's been tough. And the PD, with things going on in this world and the pandemic, it's been really tough on them. The firefighters, you have been like the saving grace. You have been like the happy guys, because you provided the Easter Bunny, and you provided the Halloween parades, and you provided Santa Claus. So I know you're down there in the trenches, but thank you for all you've done also. As far as our administration, to the mayor, my council mates, thank you. It's been fun. Our department heads, our administrators, all our employees, especially our health department, they've proven to really step up to the plate, and it meant a lot for us this year too. And it's far from over. You see our numbers every day. We just got to be smart and get through this. With the vaccine coming out, it's certainly, good to see that we did get to this point where there is a vaccine. Personally, I didn't believe we'd see one so quickly, but I'm just glad there is. To our residents, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. To our president, I've been in politics I've been an elected official for 15 years between the Board of Education and the council. I've been privileged to serve our residents. I have never seen what I've seen this year. And you endured it. You treated everybody fairly, in my opinion, with dignity, in my opinion. And I appreciate everything you've done for this community. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before I forget, we would like to give our condolences to the family of Joe Formula. He's a CERT director, and he passed away, so our thoughts and prayers are with his family. Councilman Spiller.
Thank you, Council President De Jesus. Quick agenda this evening. Item number 5, the mayor and myself attended a Zoom with the Avenel Middle School National Junior Honor Society. They were running gift raffles. They ended up raising $900 that they will present to WeFeed. So, seems like every meeting I'm touching base on something with the Community Service Club or National Junior Honor Society. But you're talking about a bunch of young teenagers and the programs and the services they do is just incredible. So, thank you to them. The rest of my agenda is in order. I'd just like to. Well, first, the light parade, Council Vice President Mr. Mitch was outstanding. The crowd's everywhere, but the crowd at the Avenel Fire Department was just, and seeing it with all the families, and I had a lot of fun being the Grinch, so keep that in mind for next year.
I didn't want to reveal that.
Council President De Jesus, I really don't know what to say. I was trying to think of the right words. I was so honored and proud to have you be my vice president, but I'm even more prouder that I got to serve under you as you know, as council president. You had everything but including the kitchen sink thrown at you this year, and you always handled it with respect, dignity. Your leadership carried all of us through. I know it's been a tough last month. We're all family, we're here, but incredible job, and I want to thank you.
Thank you.
And mayor, administration, all the directors, all the township employees, especially all our emergency services, what they've gone through. You guys have just done an incredible job, every single employee of the township. So from my heart, thank you very much. So that's it. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, it's going on right now, Happy Kwanzaa. Enjoy the holidays, be safe, be smart, and very happy New Year, bring on 2021. That's all I have this evening, Council President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Meehan.
Thank you. My agenda is in order tonight. I just want to give a shout out to Pat Trombetta and all the billiards gentlemen and ladies that have been working really hard over at the community center. Also, Officer Mark Zeno and Officer Anna. You know, we don't always appreciate our police department, and I've been working with them for many years now, going out to the children's to visit needy children, and you know, they bring toys, they bring happiness, they bring so much that the community doesn't actually always see. And they've been working really hard. We have 131 children within the town this year. There's a need for help, and everybody has stood up, and the community has offered so much and donated so much. So thank you to the community, thank you to these officers, thank you to the billiards. We're looking forward to giving out these toys this weekend and bringing a lot of happiness to the families. So thank you to them. Mr. Small and Councilman Small and Mr. Mitch. I was lucky enough to be able to jump on the truck after my tree lighting in Colonia. So I got to hit most of the towns with the Woodbridge Fire Department. Sorry, Nancy.
Thanks, Deb.
But I was able to see the response from these people on the street, and it was unbelievable. People holding up signs to thank these first responders who have been through so much this year. And just the joy of the children jumping up and the little senior citizens waving out the window. It was just a beautiful beginning of the season, and I think we all just needed that light parade to get us into the season. So thank you for all your hard work. I know it was difficult, and I can't wait to see it next year. Everybody wants it back next year, so thank you. And Lizbeth, you've been amazing. You have treated people kind. You have treated people with respect. You have listened to people, and I'm certainly proud to sit up here with you. And if I say anymore, I'll start to cry, and I'm not supposed to cry in the council. So, but you have done an amazing job, and you know, we're with you. We're praying for your family, and we're all here for you. And administration, of course, always thank you for helping us with all our problems and everything that you do for us. So, happy holidays to everybody. Be safe, be kind to each other, and let's look into this next year with a lot of peace and hope. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Drum.
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to combine number 2, the Downtown Merchants Association, number 3, Main Street SID, which is our Special Improvement District, and number 5, which is our Buy Local program on my agenda. Now especially, I'm always advocating for our businesses and asking everyone to support them. The small businesses are what our community is made up of, and especially now because it's the holidays and because of pandemic, they need us a lot. So if you could please support them, you know, for your holiday shopping, that would be awesome. We have a Buy Local app that is free. It's called Woodbridge Now, and you can get it quickly. And there's a directory of all the businesses that are in our entire Woodbridge Township, and they're placed categorically by type of business, so it's easy to find business that you might want to shop at. The Main Street SID has a new brand. It's a new logo, and it can be seen on their new Facebook page called Downtown Woodbridge. And the theme of it is We Believe in Main Street. And it shows a lot of pictures of our downtown businesses as well as some videos they took of the holiday light parade. Actually, that came out really nice. And they also have an Instagram account at downtown_Woodbridge. And this is all in an effort to ready those businesses for all of the surrounding new development that's coming up in our downtown area. I wanted to extend a thank you to our mayor and our DPW departments for making our downtown Main Street beautiful. For the holidays, there's a new large Christmas tree across from the post office. The lights are great, and all the decorations. And to my councilmate, Brian Small, and Mr. Mitch, boy, that was amazing, that light parade. And to all of the township emergency responders that helped and participated, and our township employees who put the trucks in there. You said it well, everybody commented on it. I just have to say it was excellent, and it was so well deserved and needed at this difficult time. And I also wanted to say to Lizbeth, our 2020 council president, you know I always pick an adjective. So my adjective for you is stable. Navigating and leading our council was done with respect and confidence amongst the many challenges that were presented to you. I wish you continued success in all that you do in the council, all the work that you do, and thank you for keeping us steady in continuance of all of the decisions and hard work that you and all of our council do. I appreciate everything that you did for us. Thank you very much, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas, wherever holiday that you celebrate, and everyone stay safe and have a happy New Year. Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Ficarro?
Thank you, Council President. A few items at both of our big recreation facilities, the community center and the club. Needless to say, all the COVID precautions and cleaning are going on, but they do have a number of activities throughout the holiday season when folks are looking for something to do in a safe manner, including promotions of personal training, roller skating hours. The club at Woodbridge has activities for mom and me and dad and me, and aquatics at both areas. So if you're looking for something to do in a safe manner, please check those areas out. I've been mentioning a lot about recycling. I attended a virtual workshop at the League in regards to recycling, and a real simple way that you can help the environment out is please do not put the plastic bags, I've said it a few times, in your recycling container. That causes a major problem. You can put it in the regular trash, or the bags you can return to the supermarket. The parade that everyone spoke about certainly brought the holiday spirit to Woodbridge Township in general, and appreciate all those folks involved. Council President, outstanding job with your leadership. Muy bien, muchas gracias.
Gracias.
And happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, and Merry Christmas to all. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Patel?
Yeah, thank you, Council President. My agenda is also in order. I would like to just thank you for being our president, and also I'd like to thank Brian for having us like a vice president. You guys did exceptionally a great job. We know that 2020 was kind of very challenging, but I think both of you did, I think, really great. So thank you all. Also, our council colleague, the mayor, administration, I would like to wish you all happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you all. Happy and healthy and very prospering New Year to you. Happy Hanukkahs as well. And also, I think tomorrow we have storm coming up, so please be safe. And that's all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Bauer?
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. It's a few announcements. I'd just like to thank our businesses and residents that donate to our local food banks and our tour drives during this holiday season. A special thanks to all those residents that sponsored a family or a child for the holiday during these trying times. Council President, it's been an honor and privilege to serve under you. Thank you for your support in the Second War, especially with the Spanish community. You're always there for me, back me up, and wish you nothing but, you and your family, nothing but the best. Amazing year. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
And to our administration, the mayor, our township employees, our first responders, just thank you for all you do for our township. I'd like to wish everyone a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mitch?
Thank you, Madam President. My agenda is in order. I also would like to echo everybody's comments about working with you this past year. I think many times the public doesn't realize the clerk's office works for the council president. So on behalf of my staff, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And as indicated from everybody else, our prayers to you, your husband, and your children.
Thank you so much.
And happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you. Business Administrator CIMILLUCA?
Thank you, Council President. I just, if I could, this year has given us many challenges in which you have risen to the occasion. Your stewardship has led us through some difficult times with this pandemic and some challenges that we had to face along the way. So I wanted to thank you for all your leadership and guidance and your help in my first year, and I appreciate you carrying me through. With that, I'd like to thank you for your friendship, especially your families, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
On my agenda for tonight, under the mayor, we'll have an appointment for resolution. Under administration, we have a tax overpayment. For Public Works and Engineering, we have a release of a surety bond for West Avenue and Milos Way. We also have an agreement with Middlesex County for a traffic signal on Inman Avenue and Jordan Road. And we have an agreement from with Middlesex County also for a traffic signal on New Brunswick Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue. Thank you very much, Council President, and Godspeed, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa.
Thank you. Legal?
Some ordinance authorizing the captain to release of NCRT North Construction LLC on the first reading for January.
Thank you. Thank you. Before we end the meeting, I want to thank all the schools and all the students that have worked so hard in helping out our community. There's been a ton of clothing drives, food drives in our schools. Even though everything's remote, they still managed to pull together a couple of drives. So to all of the students and the teachers and Woodbridge Township Board of Ed, thank you so much for all the work that you do. With that being said, God bless our troops overseas and God bless the United States of America.
Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion.
Second.
So carried.
Meeting adjourned. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence to not only remember our troops serving overseas, but all those lost to COVID-19. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please have a seat.
Notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. This is a special meeting with regards to the discussion of acquisition of property. The legal notice was transmitted to the News Tribune and the Star Ledger on December 17th, 2020. A copy of the notice was posted on the municipal bulletin board as well as the township website. It should be noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Spiller.
Here.
Councilman Ficarra.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
Here.
Councilwoman Drum.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Councilman Anderson. Councilman Bauer. Vice President Small.
Here.
And President De Jesus.
Here.
At this time, can I get a motion to open the public hearing to the public that's here today, if there's any comment on any matter?
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. For the public hearing is now open on any comment. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public portion be closed?
Motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Council, as you're aware, this special meeting was called to act on one matter, which has been an ordinance which has been sent to you already with regards to the purchase of real property located in the C. Warren section of the township. I will need a motion to pass this ordinance on first reading, publish it in the Home News Tribune on December 23rd, 2020, with notice of public hearing to be held on December 30th, 2020 at 6 p.m.
Motion?
Second.
Have any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. That's all I have, Madam President.
We will now move to the public portion of the meeting. Please approach the microphone if you would like. Say the area of the township you're from. And remember, it's a one-time, 5-minute time period.
Hearing no comment, can we get a motion that this portion be closed?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. That's all that's on the matter. You're talking.
Yeah, I believe all of our agendas are in order, so I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, meeting adjourned.